Hi, I'm Peter Kalmstrom of kalmstrom.com Business Solutions. In this demonstration, I'll talk about using Windows PowerShell to create and use JSON and also objects. So if you've ever studied any kind of object-oriented programming, computer science, something like that, you've probably worked with classes. So the classic example of doing that is defining a car object and setting properties of that. So I'll do exactly that here, because the point here is showing how this can be done easily with PowerShell. So I'm defining a class and I'm calling that a car, and then I'm setting the properties of that object inside here as variables. So a car obviously has a number of wheels. I'm going to set the default value to 0, and then it has a color. And I'm going to set that to an empty string to start with. Then to instantiate that object, I'm going to declare the variable myCar and create an object based on the class I just defined. So I'm going to do new object, and that is going to be of the type car. So now if I run this script, and in PowerShell, you can do that by simply selecting the code you want to run and pressing F8. Now it's running that. And if I check my myCar object here, you'll notice that it indeed has a wheels property and a color property that are set to the default values. So if I continue writing my code, and I'm going to set the color to blue, and I'm going to set the number of wheels, surprisingly, to 4. If you want to be a bit more classic, you can actually set that the number of wheels should be an integer value and the color should be a string, but that is a bit overkill. You don't really need to do that in PowerShell if you don't want to. Anyhow, I'm running this code now by selecting all of it, running that, F8, and now it's completed, and now I can check that the myCar object has indeed 4 wheels and the color blue. And if I go ahead and type in, notice that you get IntelliSense here also, or autocomplete. And I can check the number of wheels on the car. Yes, it's 4. I can check the color on it. So that's an easy way to work with objects. Another easy way to work with objects and object descriptions is JSON. I really like JSON. So what you can do is take your myCar object and pipe that, send that object over to the function convert to JSON. And if I run that row now, notice that I didn't select it. I just stood with the cursor on one row and press F8. That does the same thing. Anyhow, this now outputs a valid JSON string there. You can also, of course, go ahead and I'm going to make a directory to put my cars in. Now I have a directory, so I can output this JSON file here. So I'm going to out file, and then just say C car, that's it. And then my blue.js, right? So now if I run all that again and go into my C drive, there we go, C drive there, car, and there's my blue. I'm going to edit that, and you'll notice that indeed it's output that object for persistence. So that shows you how to work with JSON and how to work with objects in PowerShell. Well, I hope you find this useful. Thank you for watching this demo.